Oh man, today is a beautiful day, not just because the sun is shining, but because one of the subscribers reached out to me and offered to service my steering unit for me. Turns out he's an expert on this particular type. I love this community. Thank you so much for realizing this dream together with me. I couldn't do it without your help. Love you. So I'll start by draining the reservoir because I don't want to make a mess and have the hydraulic fluid all over. Follow me along. I'll do this one first and then we'll go inside to tackle the other steering unit. Haha, persistence pays off, you know. But how long have these bolts been stuck in place there? In the end, my determination wins out. I carefully collect all the oil to dispose of it properly at the recycling center. To access the reservoir of the steering unit in the pilot house, I first need to dismantle the steering console. Since it's beautifully finished with mahogany trim, I work very carefully to preserve it. Slowly and gently I loosen the nails and the glue and then disassemble the entire piece bit by bit. Yeah, this time easy does it. The Morse cable from the throttle levers also need to be disconnected. To do this, open the unit and locate a small C-clamp holding the upper cable in place. Remove the clamp and the washer and the cable will come loose on its own. At the bottom the cable is secured with a U-clamp, which you can loosen by removing another bolt. To disconnect the other cable, remove a small screw on the center plate. You'll notice that the two halves of the unit are symmetrical, meaning you can connect the cable on either side. One on the starboard engine and one for the port engine. With the throttle unit now disconnected, I can start dismantling the steering unit in the pilot house. Well, now, with this part of the way, you can clearly see the old autopilot on the steering wheel column. I use the same technique as I did outside, using a small pump to suction out most of the hydraulic fluid before removing it. And this is when he realized that he should have thought more carefully about the draining process. In hindsight, it would have been better to drain the oil at the lowest point in the boat. With both steering units removed, it's now time to take on the hydraulic ram. Alrighty, let's suit up for battle. I feel like a knight drawn in armor, and I prepare to step into the arena of the bow. Now, all jokes aside, this isn't the task I'm looking forward to, especially after just finishing the master cabin, but it needs to be done. Oh, but let's rewind here, man. Before starting with the needle gun, I scrape off all the loose rust with a spatula. This significantly reduces the amount of flying rust particles, and at the same time I clean up the walls, removing leftover welding debris and other obstructions. A quick vacuuming session clears the area, making it easier to see progress and continue to work at full speed. Remember, man, don't use the needle gun below the waterline. Just saying. Here I caught another weak spot in the hull, revealing a design flaw of this boat. Condensation water flows down the walls and collects on the cross beams, which are also installed under a slight angle. This traps the water in the corners, leading to significant rust issues. A simple drainage hole in these corners could have solved the problem. And now for the Herculean task. Removing the portholes is a massive job. You might remember from episode 6 where I attempted to take out the 8 portholes from the master cabin. This time you advised me to treat the hinges well in advance with penetrating oil, but no luck this time. Damn. Complicating matters, the reinforcement of the deck beam gets in the way. This means I need to remove the reinforcements to access the hinges. After a lot of drilling, grinding, hammering and yes, cursing, progress is made.
Yes! Ja! Oh my god. Oh, wow. Werk.
And then it's on to the starboard side. Same procedure, same effort. I'll leave it here for this episode. Hopefully I'll be back soon with more updates and good news about the boat. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. I hope to see you soon, whether it's in the chat or in real life. All the best.